Guns are dangerous pieces of metal. Some people like guns and some people hate them. Regardless, you should know the safety rules and proper procedures on how to handle a firearm. Whether or not you have a firearm or come across one, you should know how to handle one and know what to do. Hi, I'm Zach.
And I'm Jacob.
And today we're going to be talking about
Gun safety. In this video, we will be talking about what to do if you find a gun, the major rules of handling / firing a gun, safe gun handling, gun club or shooting range safety, and supervised gun handling. You should definitely watch this video because you will learn a lot about safety, guns, and how to properly handle a gun. The purpose of this video is to show you and to explain how to properly handle a firearm. Also, it is to teach you what to do if you find a gun. Lastly, it is to teach you how to obey rules and properly handle a gun while at the gun club or shooting range.
If you find a gun, stop. Don't touch it. Leave the room and tell an adult or an authority. Yeah, dude, I have super good grades in school. You know, I need to bring up my math grade just a little.
Yeah,
And
I'm failing everything. Yeah, it's really bad right now.
Yeah, that's probably not good. Oh, hey, real quick, you want to see my dad's gun? Look, it's right here. Look at this thing.
Oh man.
Look at this. Come on, look.
Mr. Brandon, Zach has your gun upstairs and want to show me. I figured you should know.
What? If you find a shotgun in somebody's house instead of a handgun, same rules apply. Stop, don't touch it, leave the room, and tell an adult. That is one scenario if you come across a gun.
Here's another scenario.
Hey, do you want to see my dad's car?
Sure.
It's in the garage, man. Yeah, so look at this freaking bad thing. Oh yeah, dude, look at this sexy piece. That thing is so...
What's that?
What do you mean? Oh, dang. Oh, God. Let me see. Oh, dude.
Yeah, we should go tell your dad.
We should go tell my dad. Just leave it there. Don't touch it. Hey, Dad. Dude, me and Jake just found... We were looking at your car and we found a gun wrapped in a t-shirt on the side of the house.
You guys didn't touch it, did you?
No.
Alright, well, you're gonna have to call the authorities in and tell them.
Alright. Some of the major rules are always keep the barrel pointed in a safe direction. Never point it at a person.
Another rule is always assume that the gun is loaded.
Always keep the gun unloaded when not in use. I've heard so many stories of people accidentally getting shot because guns are being left loaded in houses for safety protection. I've heard so many stories of people getting hurt because kids are finding guns that are loaded in houses and playing with them like they're toys, and it's not safe at all. Always keep your guns unloaded. No rounds, open, put away in a safe place where no kids can reach them.
Never rely on a gun's safety, because even though it's called a safety, it doesn't always work. This gun in particular the trigger will not work unless this is folded back. Always ask if the gun is loaded when someone else is handling one. Hey, is that loaded?
No, it's not. See? Empty. Even though you know that the gun is unloaded, it's not a bad question for other people to ask if the gun is loaded because they never know. You're the only one that knows if that gun is loaded or unloaded. Never put your finger on the trigger unless you are ready to fire and aiming at your specific target. When you're at a gun range and you're shooting at a target, either on a piece of cardboard or maybe it'd be skeet or something, never put your finger on that trigger unless you are ready to fire the gun.
Make sure the gun is safe to operate. Make sure all the mechanics are working properly, and if not, it is not safe to fire. Do not fire it.
When at the range, always wear eye protection and
Ear protection. Never try to take a gun away from someone.
Before we start this demonstration, I swear to God. Before we do this skit, we're just making sure you guys know this is unloaded all the way. This is what not to do.
Never allow horseplay with a gun. For instance, never point it at your friends, point at something you don't want to shoot.
Or shake it in the air like this dummy is about to do. Yeah. Never handle a gun like you see in movies, TV, cartoons, or video games. An example of what not to do is this. Out of here, partner, you're going to jail. Put your hands up.
Never do drugs like cocaine while handling a firearm.
That was it for the major rules part. Now we're going to talk about the safe gun handling procedures and what you know about the gun. Now I'm going to show you the parts of the handgun. In this case, you take the magazine out. This is called the magazine. This holds your rounds. When you place it in the gun and you load the slide, it pushes a bullet up into the chamber, which allows you to fire it. Then, this is the trigger. Then, I'm going to take apart my handgun to show you the inside compartments. This is called the stock. This is the spring that pushes the slide back to allow one bullet to get in the chamber. To take this apart, you simply push forward and you pull out. Then, this is the slide. This whole structure with the sights and the barrel is the slide. To take the barrel out, you simply just pull, lift, and slide back, and you have your barrel. Okay, this is a 12 gauge shotgun. The parts of this are the barrel, the stocks, and the bolt. Also, the trigger. When handling bigger firearms like this one, always do the same thing as the pistols. Make sure your barrel is pointed in a safe direction. Always make sure the gun is unloaded. While at the gun club, make sure that the same rules apply for the handgun. Make sure you have your barrel pointed in a safe direction, and make sure you never put your finger on the trigger unless you're aiming at your target and ready to fire, whether it be skeet or trap. You never know if that gun could be loaded or unloaded. When shooting at the gun club or range, same rules apply. Always make sure you have eye protection and ear protection. Now, some rules may vary. I know at our gun club for pistol range, there's the lobby, and then you open a door and you go into the range. Before you open that door and go into the range, you must have eye protection and ear protection on before entering. When shooting skeet or trap though, you must have eye protection and ear protection on only when you're out in the field. When you're in the house, you don't have to have it on because obviously it's closed in and you're safe away enough from the fields that you're not going to get hit. Wherever you are shooting rifle, skeet, trap, or handguns, always make sure your slide is open or your bolt. When shooting gun at the gun club or the gun range, make sure you know all rules that apply for either rifle, skeet, trap, or shooting handguns. Whether you're shooting skeet or trap, you always have to make sure your slide is open because those other people don't know that your gun is not unloaded. I'm going to show you how to put a slide lock on a handgun. First, you take your magazine out. Second of all, you push your slide backwards and you push this button up so it holds the slide open. Then you stick your slide lock down through the magazine compartment, and then you lock it like that. Then on this 12-gauge shotgun, you have a trigger lock. So what you do is you line up the straight part of this and the straight part of your lock, and you feed it through the hole, and you take this other side, do the same thing, but you push the two together so it locks. And you know it locks when you hear this noise. Now I have a trigger lock on my shotgun. Here we are at the Library Sportsman's Club Association, and these are the indoor range rules for the pistol range. Okay, allowed firearms are pistols firing .45 caliber or smaller, and only rifles firing .22 caliber. Prohibited firearms are shotguns, rifles other than .22 caliber long rifle, pistols firing larger than .45 caliber, and any firearm capable of firing fully automatic. Also, no shooting while under the influence of alcohol or drugs, and eye and ear protection must be worn at all times while firing at the range. Firearms must be safe except when at the firing lane and ready to fire. Remember, we are all range officers. On the range, anyone can call a ceasefire if violations are observed. It is our individual responsibility to make the range safe for everyone. As you can see, some of the major rules for safe gun handling are always keep the gun pointed in a safe direction, always keep your finger off the trigger until ready to shoot, and always keep the gun unloaded until ready to use. Safety is very important at every range and gun club. For an example, if you fail to obey range rules, you can result in a loss of your membership here at this gun club. Okay, so like we said before, right here is your skeet field, and you always have to have eye and ear protection when on that field. Now, when you come inside here, this is the house where you can set up all your stuff, get all of your stuff ready and prepared to shoot. So, as you can see, you can get beverages and you can lay out your stuff. Then, when you're ready to go to the range, you walk out those doors over there, and then you put your eye and ear protections on and load up your gun only when you're ready to shoot. Also, when you're in the house, remember, do not aim or point guns in the clubhouse. If you're under 21 like I am, usually you would have to have adult supervision, like here, my dad. Every time we come to the gun club together, he's always watching over me and making sure that I follow all the rules and make sure that I do everything correctly. If you are over 21, now that's okay. Thank you for watching our video. Today, we talked to you about gun safety. Gun safety is a lifetime commitment and more than simply obeying a few rules. Remember, guns are absolutely not toys. We explored many things and went over so much material on gun safety and how to properly handle one. In conclusion, if you ever find yourself in a situation where a friend asks if you want to see a gun or you accidentally come across one, remember the 4 rules we taught you. Stop, don't touch it, leave the room, and tell an adult or authorities. You never know if that gun could be loaded or not. We hope you liked our video and hope you learned a lot about the safety of guns.